Good morning, Madeira girls. Modern World History, Part 3, Mod 6. Mrs. Graham here, coming to you from Arlington, Virginia. And I changed out of my pajamas just to tell you about Indian independence from England and Gandhi. So here we go. Yesterday, you all watched the Gandhi movie. Of course, films are not perfectly aligning with real life, but I thought it would be fun. You could see that he spent the late 1800s and the early 1900s in South Africa helping to fight against apartheid there. He started out there as a lawyer. And then in 1914 or 1915, he moved back to India and started to lead the independence movement from England there. So in 1919, the British, during their colonial rule of India, opened fired on a mass gathering of Hindus and killed lots of people in the Amritsar massacre. Sorry, I might be pronouncing that wrong. And that was seen as a turning point. So after that, Gandhi's independence movement gained a lot of momentum. And also in the movie, you notice that he said he would not kill for any cause. And I'll come back to that in a second because that nonviolence here is really important and of course has to do with your assignment for today. One of Gandhi's major tactics was hunger strikes. You could see that towards the end of the clips that we watched. Also, even after India was gaining independence from England, there was a lot of strife between the Hindu and Muslim populations in India, which continues until today. Gandhi himself believed in religious pluralism, which means that different religions can coexist peacefully together. And then one of his colleagues, whose last name was, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, Nehru envisioned a secular state, meaning that there would be as little as possible religion in the state. So those were two slightly different strategies, but they worked together. So that's all I wanted to make sure you got out of the film. But a couple other points about Gandhi are that his name was Mohandas Gandhi, but often people called him Mahatma Gandhi, which meant great soul in Sanskrit. In 1930, he led the famous Salt March against the British tax on salt. One way of colonizing a population is oppressive taxation, so that's what they were resisting there. And then in 1947, India finally gained independence through England, but through the British partition of India and Pakistan, which you'll see a lot more about in our readings and activities for tomorrow. But for today, I just wanted to say a little bit more about Gandhi's political philosophy of Satyagraha, which means a few things. One is nonviolence and passive resistance. Another thing is that one possible strategy is by not cooperating with what's considered the evildoer. And the laws that Satyagraha can resist are repugnant to the soul, according to Gandhi. That's a direct quotation phrase. And there's this sacred quality to it, where it's not just resisting for the sake of resisting or even political interest, but there's a sacred, spiritual, religious quality to it. So what I want you to do for the assignment today is to attempt to apply Satyagraha, which means clinging to the truth and centers around nonviolent passive resistance to any issue today. Now, one of you bravely already submitted, which was a fantastic paragraph trying to apply Satyagraha to the coronavirus. But a limit there is that if people don't stay inside widespread, then people who choose to go outside can endanger the well-being of others. So like, even if you cling to the truth that science is real and stay inside, other people can ruin it for everyone by going outside. So that might be a limit of nonviolent passive resistance. Always remember that sometimes when you reach a conundrum like that in your thinking, it means that you're doing really well, and also that it's okay to write about the limits when you've really thought through it and something might not work. So that's all I have to say today about Gandhi, the Indian independence movement, and Satyagraha. I look forward to reading your journal entry paragraphs, and we'll talk soon.